time for another porch talk, but this time it's Christmas edition.
Holiday Christmas Yule edition.
Yeah, ready, set,
let's go.
Let's go. Hello, I'm Ash.
And I'm Lynn.
And this is Only If You Can Keep Up. Okay, we are going to talk about, like, where Christmas things originated from. Like, I think we did this for Halloween. We're going to do it for Christmas time, like stockings and caroling and
where did they come from? Where did they go?
Right
under my chimney with a lump of coal.
That's
there
good.
We go.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to start with stockings.
Oh,
we all have them. We all hang them, right?
Yeah.
Okay. In the 4th century, Saint Nicholas, the all saint Saint Nicholas, the big good guy, he was known for generosity and giving to the poor and helping people who are poor and all of that stuff. He knew a father. This father had 3 daughters. And I read in one article, it said that he was neighbors with this guy. And then in another article, he said that he was, like, staying with him. So I don't know. I don't know why a rich, wealthy miracle worker would be staying with a poor father.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Because he was like, what, patron saint, bishop, whatever, but he was like a wealthy merchant's son, something like that.
So he decided to help this father. The problem the father had was he needed to marry off his 3 daughters. And he had to pay the dowry for all 3 girls. If he did not pay the dowry, I've heard 2 versions. One version is they would all be sold as prostitutes. Or they would all be sold as slaves. One or the other. Damn. He needed money for the dowry for his 3 separate daughters.
Which is worse? I don't know.
Yeah. So St. Nicholas came and he decided he threw coins in the window and hanging above their fireplace, drying their socks out, were socks. They're stockings. They were hanging from the fireplace.
Wet socks?
Yeah, pretty much. And the coins that he tossed in just happened to fall into the socks. How...
Oh, what a lucky situation.
Yeah, no shit. And that's why we hang stockings above our fireplaces, because old Saint Nick will give you gifts.
Yeah.
That's insane.
And I think our kids' stockings now are stuffed with all kinds of stuff.
Right.
Everything from toothbrushes to candy to...
Name it. Lipsticks and lip chaps. That's what my
Yeah.
daughter calls them, lip chaps. Okay.
That's
I was
cute.
like, where did that come from?
I'm going to talk about bells. Christmas bells. Sleigh bells, jingle bells, all the bells of Christmas. Sleigh bells.
It is weird that Christmas has a lot of bells.
It really does.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of meanings behind the bells. So, like, they would use, back in the long time ago days, villagers and townsfolk would be called back to the church. You know, before they wore watches and stuff, they'd ring the bells to bring them back to church. Back in, like, pagan winter festivals, they would ring bells to ward off bad luck, evil spirits, and disease. It was like a protective thing. They're a symbol of joy and freedom. They would attach to the horses to warn pedestrians of the carriages and sleighs coming. So they were used for a lot of different things throughout history. But bells in general are, like, used to begin or end something. So, like, when school's out or church is out or ringing in the new year. Like, and I use bells a lot in my witchy stuff to, like, start and finish a ritual or to sound cleanse. Like, I use it to represent the element of air. So there's a lot of bells. I have bells all over my fucking house, like, all year round. Witches bells, bells.
So
vintage bells, jingle bells.
But so what does bells have to do with Christmas?
I guess just they've been used around wintertime so much. And Christmas was such a church, with the church being so important during Christmas time and the sleighs and the snow, and I guess. But yeah, because you got all the songs, Silver Bells, Carol the Bells, Jingle Bells. I get down on some Carol the Bells. That's my favorite Christmas song ever. But yeah, that's about all I got on bells, but...
Okay,
Ooh, dang. We're throwing shit over here.
That's fine. My next one is on the sleigh and the reindeer. Okay, in 1823, a poem was written by Clement C. Moore. It was called A Visit from St. Nicholas. We have now changed this poem into a whole ass story called 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. You might have heard of it. It introduced for the first time ever 8 reindeer that pull a sleigh. So because some old dude in the 1823 wrote a poem, that's why Santa's on a sleigh.
Wonder if they got their idea from Sleipnir from Odin.
I was gonna say
8-legged horse.
Yeah, exactly.
8 reindeer, 8 legs on a horse.
Right.
Maybe.
I think exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Odin is Santa once again. I mean, a lot of people probably don't believe that, but I just never know. Yeah.
Bearded, magical, wonderful.
Okay.
Makes sense to me. Don't know what that was for. I'm losing my train of thought. Okay, how about the Christmas star? It's not really all that exciting, really. It's just the Star of Bethlehem used to guide the wise men. I guess that's why people put on their treetops and then stars all over the place. I like more of like the pentacles and pentagrams and things like. I use a lot of that with my Yule stuff around the top.
So, what do you put on top of your tree?
So I have 2 different trees, and I kind of switch it up. I used to always do it was like a lighted star thing. And now it was a pentagram, like a light star. I used that one for years. And now sometimes I'll just tie a big bowl, big bell.
You go get the popcorn bowl and just throw it up there. It's like his army hat.
Sometimes I'll do a big bell, or sometimes a big ribbon, like a big silvery ribbon.
I don't think like in my adult life I've never had a star.
Yeah.
Or an angel. Because
The
I know
only
a lot of people
star
do
I ever
angels.
had was with the circle around. It was like lit up. It was pretty cool, but.
I always do a big bow.
Yeah, I do bows.
It's like a fabric bow.
Yeah, that's what I usually
bought
go
it in the
to.
tree topper section at the Walmart, so I'm assuming it goes on trees. But
yeah, speaking of bows, ribbons, Christmas ribbons, whatever, they use it on all kinds of stuff, decorations,
gifts.
It's just a symbol of unity, love, and bonds of brotherhood.
See, I would never think that a ribbon would have a meaning.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like we tie our presents up.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Tying, unity and love. And I know, like, in witchcraft, we tie things a lot to tie things together and unite things. But so it makes sense, I guess.
I don't have a bougie bone in my body when it comes to wrapping presents. That looks like the most disgusting thing.
If I really slow down and take my time, but we have so many.
Yeah, when you have to wrap for 3 kids, your husband, your mom, your dad, your dog, I don't buy my dog
feral.
gifts. But
I start ripping the paper, slapping it down, like it's horrible.
Like, and then
my husband will come in and do these beautiful.
I know, right? And it's like, how the fuck did you just do that? Okay, anyway. Caroling.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I remember when I was like a kid in grade school, they would take you to the nursing homes and make you carol.
Yeah.
That's the only caroling I've ever done or seen.
Yeah.
Like, caroling has not been a big thing for it. Maybe just not in our area. Maybe if you go to like a big city, like people be caroling still, but it's not really a thing anymore as far as I know.
And I know a lot of like maybe like choir groups, chorus groups, like kids that are, and then churches and stuff, they probably do it more than. Yeah. But to just like pack your kids up and let's go like caroling. Like how you go trick or treating.
Absolutely not.
Could you imagine?
If somebody comes to my front yard and start singing a Jolly Go Green song,
throw some peppermints at them and be like, have fun, I guess. I don't
even know what just happened. Okay. It actually originated in Europe thousands and thousands of years ago. It came from pagans, which most holiday traditions do.
Yeah.
They would dance and sing around the fire at the start of each season. Makes sense. They would start singing and dancing. The ancient Roman pagan festival of Saturnalia.
Saturnalia.
Yeah. Okay.
Winter solstice. And
also, it took place very close to the winter solstice. That was the biggest bash the pagans had. Like, it was a big thing.
Yeah.
So in the 10th century, the Christians adapted the idea into Christmas caroling. We kind of got rid of singing for every season, and we only do it for Christmas now.
Yeah.
They took the tradition of the pagans once again and got rid of all of them but the one, because they like the idea of singing for people. In 1647 in England, all singing Christmas songs and carols were actually banished.
Oh.
Because it was a pagan tradition.
Oh, I had heard they kind of banished Christmas altogether in some areas.
It started the first year. In 47, it was just the singing. No songs, no singing. But then by like 1650, Christmas was completely banished.
Yeah.
Because the big wigs realized, holy shit, we're taking from the pagans. Yeah. We're banishing this because we're not doing this. Obviously, that did not last. They unbanished it, but...
Yeah, because there was like parts of England, like Massachusetts Bay Colony, I'd read that the Puritans banned Christmas altogether. Yeah. And just because it was too tied up with the pagan stuff and illegal. Could you imagine Christmas is just illegal?
I mean, just at least there's proof that it was tied to pagans, because a lot of people don't believe that.
Yeah, a lot of people are like, no, it's mine. And I mean, everything we have here Because America is a melting pot and people moved here, all of our settlers and stuff, everything came from other countries. It makes sense, but everything has been tied together. Our Santa is a mixture of St. Nicholas and Santa Claus and
Odin,
Father Christmas and Odin and all the things mixed together. And then I believe
anything
what I've read. I believe that it when they did the first like Coca-Cola Santa commercial, that's when that like red jolly, all the bright red became a thing, because you see him portrayed back in the day with like darker reds and greens and stuff. But 1931 Coca-Cola used Santa Claus, what year, winter promotion, and that's like the Santa we know with the bright red jolly fat guy. Like,
so just because a soda company decided to take Santa and make him brighter and jollier is why we today in 2024 see him as a bright jolly.
That's what I've heard.
No, that's what I've read too. Like, it's so Coca-Cola gave Santa the look he has today.
Yeah, I think so. Because like you look back at girl, Santa Claus, like the Netherlands, like the original, the one that was brought over to New Amsterdam in the 17th, whatever. His like the old Santa Claus, Saint Nicholas. It was tall and slender, and
didn't he wear like Dumbledore style green,
like robes,
dark red robes, right? Yeah.
Going back to the pagan stuff, or well, even the Romans, the Saturnalia was very similar back then. So like we're talking. So the Roman Empire fell in 476. So we're talking long time ago. They would do, like you said, the caroling, the singing, the fires. But it was a whole festival. Like, they would do. It started as a day celebration, extended into like a week long of drinking and feasting, and they would also do like role reversal between the slaves and their masters.
I read that, yeah.
I thought that was cool.
And they were almost seen as equals, and like they would give them gifts, and they would.
They're capable of that. Why can't they do that all the time?
Like, exactly.
Like they knew back then that they should, but they would let loose. They'd have fun. They'd give gifts, and they decorated with candles, greenery, things like that. And this was all centered around the winter solstice, Saturnalia, the worship of the god Saturn, and that's where like the original Christmas started. Like that's where we get a lot of our ideas.
That's where gift giving started, right there.
Gift giving, decorating with greenery, the candles, like so much of it. And of course Yule, like 4th century-ish, ancient Norse times, they started, which Yule, for those of you who don't know, a lot of people consider Yule and Christmas the same thing, but Yule is like a pagan holiday. It goes back a long time ago. Shortest day of the year, longest night. It's when the returning of the sun, returning of the light. So people would dance, they would drink, they would light their candles, have their fire, like give gifts, things like that. All these things that we do that we've adopted from those old from so long ago. But they blended in with other things. Christian beliefs took over. And now what we know Christmas, it's just kind of a mix of everybody else's stuff. But I don't know. I mean, I get why they kind of had to, I don't know. They had to do something to make it their own. So like Santa. But then now everything that had pagan meaning now has,
Christian meaning.
Like take the Christmas lights, for instance, another pagan tradition. In medieval times, they would, with their winter solstice gatherings, they'd light candles, they'd burn fires, Yule logs to bring light into the home and keep the darkness out and keep away the evil spirits, things like that. Returning of the light, whatever. But in like Germany, 18th century, they started using candles to decorate their tree. Real candles, dangerous. They'd attach them with wax or pins, like, lots of fires, I'm sure. Imagine real trees and real fire, like, holy shit.
Right.
But they would illuminate their ornaments better. So it was like the reason of the light was to shine on the ornaments and bring more attention to them. But Christianity, again, adopted these ideas, brought the idea of the lights here, and said they were to symbolize Jesus being the light of the world. So again, they took something, made it something else. That's okay, whatever. But our first electric light display was done by Thomas Edison outside of his laboratory in 1880. And and then during the Great Depression, people thought the lights symbolized peace and hope. So they would put lights around, just kind of perk everybody up and bring some light into their life. But yeah, the Jesus meaning, being the light of our life and whatnot, that was more taken by Christianity, of course. But I thought the light stuff was cool because it started with candles and fires and Yule logs. And Yule logs. I could go on about Yule logs, but I might save that for later. I'll let you say a little something.
Okay. My next one is kissing under the mistletoe.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, Norse mythology. We're going back to Odin.
Yeah.
Because a lot of stuff actually does go back to Norse.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
Oh, yeah.
The god Balder, which was Odin's son. Correct?
Right. Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Was he like god of light or something?
Yes, literally. His mother, Frigg, she cast a spell to make sure that no plant on this earth could harm her son. Nothing. Nothing can harm plants. You also got to think back then there wasn't a lot of weapons. It was all plant-based. We made everything from plants.
Right.
Everything.
We were
Twigs,
so
sticks.
much more connected with nature.
Exactly. The spell just doesn't happen to reach mistletoe because mistletoe doesn't grow out of the earth. It grows out of specific tree branches that aren't mistletoe trees. Yeah. It just comes from a tree randomly. It's like almost a disease a tree gets is what mistletoe is.
It's like an anomaly or something.
Exactly. Loki learns of this and he makes a spear out of mistletoe and he actually...
Loki, that trickster.
I know. And he actually kills Balder with the mistletoe. After her son dies... excuse me.
I was thinking Loki tricked... Who was it? Not there was another god that he tricked into killing him, but I remember it being mistletoe, but I don't know the details. But Loki, man.
I know. After her son dies, Frigg declared the plant as a symbol of love to remember him.
Oh.
She also said that if you were ever caught under mistletoe, you must kiss to get the good vibes of the mistletoe, I guess. So in 1784, a song called 2 for 1 came out, making kissing under the mistletoe popular in the United States.
I've also heard that mistletoe is supposed to be an aphrodisiac, or it was way back in the day.
I have too, but I don't...
I always thought mistletoe was actually poisonous.
I think it is if you actually...
ingest it.
It's one of those things if you ingest too much of it.
Yeah,
you
probably.
Know, right.
Like, I wouldn't want to have mistletoe tea, but...
Some people do, I think.
Really?
So. I think I've seen that. I could be wrong, totally.
Maybe it is just the amount or the type. I don't know.
Right.
But yeah, all the Norse, Roman, all of it, like, it all goes back so far. Your Middle Ages, there's so much that we still use to this day that is just...
My thing is we use so much of it, but we don't admit we use so much of it. We always say it's from Jesus, God, the decorations, the everything. We never say, okay, no, you know what, maybe not. It goes further and further back than that. Right. They just took it and adapted it to make them theirs.
Yeah. We'll, take the reindeer, for instance. Back in the Middle Ages, pagan, they represented creativity, resourcefulness, knowledge. But they also represented, safe journeys and endurance through travels, whatever. The first written account of reindeer, of course, in 1821. But then Rudolph, here we go with Rudolph. He was just a made-up character. 1939, an advertisement for a department store. He was created as a character, while Santa's original 8 reindeer were first introduced, 200 years back in the Clement Clark Moore's poem, right? Yeah. So Rudolph was just invented for marketing purposes, kind of like the red jelly.
So there's
Santa.
not really a reindeer with a red light bulb nose out there?
Not at all.
Oh my gosh, I thought there was.
Sorry, everybody.
Okay, but how cool would it be if there really was?
Like a real Rudolph we could go visit.
Like a reindeer with a nose that glowed. Oh. I did see that reindeer are the ones that pull Santa's sleigh are all female.
Really?
Because female reindeer don't lose their antlers and antlers. They do not lose their antlers in the winter. The females keep them. The males drop them.
Now reindeer, those are real. I mean, maybe not the specific ones Santa has, but maybe. Maybe. I'd like to know where the whole North Pole thing came from.
I got that. You ready?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. There was a cartoonist named Thomas Nost. He put out a cartoon of a picture of Santa standing by a sign that said North Pole. That's literally how it started. Nothing fun there. But in the 1800s, when this cartoon emerged, the Arctic was a fantasy land because nobody had been there. We didn't have the equipment to go, so it was this big place where nobody could see and nobody could go to. So it was really, really mysterious and all of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they knew it was constantly snowing. So
that makes sense, associating winter and snow and
so
Christmas
they
time.
just pretty much made it like a famous thing after that. No one had seen it, no one had been there, so it was a fantasy land, a place where you could say that's where he was from.
Okay.
Because he was fantastic, right?
Fantastic.
I think it's really cool how simple cartoonists and poem writers and just simple little things that people did back then. It was just one picture of a cartoon in one magazine or in one newspaper from a busy city that took off, and now today, thousands of years later, that is why we call it the North Pole.
Yeah.
That is why we say things we do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just one little thing story that takes off, and it is now a worldwide tradition.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy if you actually think about it.
It is.
Like, what? Once again, I'm going to go back to, like, there's nothing that happens now. Like, I can't say something now, and it's going to take off for the next thousands of years.
Right.
It's weird.
It's what makes one thing
exactly
chosen over another.
We say that all the time, but it really does.
What makes something so popular?
It really does.
Okay. And back then, there wasn't social media and TV and stuff to share it all.
It was in a newspaper. I mean, obviously, more people read newspapers back then because we didn't have the social media. But I have another fun one. Eggnog.
Yeah.
It started in medieval Britain.
Oh.
That's fun. The upper class were the only ones who had the money to make eggnog.
Oh, fancy.
It consisted of sherry, eggs, and milk. Only rich. Nobody above, like, upper class ever drank it at all, period, the end. And it became a Christmas thing because it could only be made in the colder months because they didn't have refrigerators. Yeah. So they would, store it outside.
That makes
sense. So that's
why
it changed from winter months into Christmas. Yeah.
Oh. Well, I did not know that.
The airplane's going to take off. It hasn't done this in a while.
Okay, we're just going to ignore that. So, candy canes, I've read several different things about those. The J for Jesus, the red for his blood. But then I've also read that they're shaped like shepherd hooks. They were used like in church to keep kids quiet back in the day.
I always heard the shepherd hooks.
Yeah, I've heard the J for Jesus and the shepherd hooks. I've read different things. But then you've got like your Christmas wreaths. So people use them now, like Christians especially, to celebrate Christmas. They hang on their doors.
Whoa, we hang candy canes on our doors?
Wreaths. I'm talking about wreaths now.
Oh, you jumped to wreaths. I missed that. I'm so sorry.
So wreaths. They say it can symbolize the crown of thorns worn by Jesus and like his eternal love. But wreaths go all the way back to Romans. They would hang on them on their doors for like peace and protection and victory and things like that. But they just symbolize the circle of life and renewal. And so they've been used for many years. But again, they'll take one thing and give it another meaning because they can't. So.
Okay, here's my question. So did Christmas wreaths come before all the other wreaths? Because like there's wreaths for every fucking season now.
There are now. But yeah,
I think, know what I'm saying?
I think Romans maybe use them a lot. Like all the time, but especially around Yule time.
We took them into Christmas time because Jesus had a crown, and now we have them all the time again.
Yeah, which reminds me,
the
X and Xmas. We maybe talked about this before.
I don't think so.
But people get upset over that, like it's taking the Christ out of Christmas, but it's not. The X is actually a Greek symbol, like shorthand for the word Christ. So it goes back to the 1500s with the Greek abbreviation. So it really means Christ.
And it's probably because you're actually not saying the word Christ in Christmas anymore, and I guess I get that. But still, sense. That's kind of. I don't feel like you should be mad about what I say or how I say it. If I say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Xmas, or whatever I decide to say.
Right.
But I'm anti everything, so I'm on the latter side of this.
And, okay, trees. Again, Christmas trees. Here we go. Again, with...
Ready? Let's go.
The pagans, they would bring furs into their homes.
Oh, wait. Like animal furs?
Like, fir trees.
Oh, okay.
Fir trees.
Wow. I went
go back
violent.
to, Vikings, even ancient Egypt. Now, this was more winter solstice, of course. Ancient Egypt, there was no Christmas back then, but around winter solstice especially, they would decorate with, like, bits of greenery and things like that. to bring protection, and trees were sacred. So in Viking times, ancient Egypt times, go back, they represent life and fertility, and people would decorate around winter solstice.
So did they cut the trees down?
I don't know
that
that
were
they would.
sacred,
I think
or
they
did
would
they
just
leave them
take
up?
branches and stuff mostly. I don't know
Okay.
that they did full tree. I don't know when the full trees started. But
Yeah.
I
was just
don't
curious,
know. I
because
think
if
they
they're
would
so
choose
sacred-
kind of like the Yule log. They would go out and choose the right one, and
Or maybe they just left it up but decorated it.
maybe
Close to their home or something. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
if they were sacred, why would we cut them down and kill them?
right. Yeah.
I mean-
so I think they probably more just either decorated outside or brought in little bits. But I know, like with the Yule logs, they would find, and they still, a lot of people still celebrate. We do a Yule log, but we do it a little different. But they would, decorate their Yule log and all that, and they bring it in, and you burn. Back then you would like burn a little bit here and there throughout the 12 days of Yule, or
Right.
and then back in like Norse times, they would use the ashes and the pieces they would save afterwards to like use as protective amulets throughout the year. And then some traditions, they would like put it back into the soil to like help with vegetation and things like that. So
Right on.
they would do a full cycle with it. I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
And then this isn't really like facts, but kind of going back to like weird traditions that places do.
Is this about the turd?
Yeah, there's the pooping log, or it's the cagatillo, I think is what they call it. It originated in Spain back in the Middle Ages. And parents, they would get a log. They would pick out this log. I thought of it because of the Yule log, but they would pick out a log. They would decorate it, put a face on it. Sometimes they'd put like arms and legs and stuff. The children would, quote, feed the log, like cookies, nuts, water, keep it warm, take care of it. They'd put a blanket over it.
If they kept it too warm, it would catch on fire.
Right? Well, some said that they would actually put it into the fire, like half of it or something. I don't know how it didn't all burn. I don't know. But they usually would place it in a blanket. They would sing songs to it, and they would beat it with a stick. And they would poop log, poop log, poop log. Poop. And then eventually it would reveal presents, like small stocking stuffer type, I guess. And then afterwards, they would burn the log and use the ashes to fertilize their crops and things like that.
So this was like an actual fucking thing.
I think they
human
still
beings
do
did.
it. I think some
it's
places
like a
still
thing
do
they
it.
do?
I don't know if it's like a regular thing, but yeah, this was more like Spain. I think it's still done sometimes. I may be wrong. I'd have to look it
That
up.
is
But
crazy.
and then have you ever heard of the Christmas pickle?
I have actually.
We have a Christmas pickle, but I've never actually had. I guess they would hide it in the tree, and I don't know what this is like an old German tradition. So I think it was back in like the 1800s when they were trying to promote ornament sales. The finder of the Christmas pickle receives a reward, or they get good fortune for the next year or whatever. So it's usually the last ornament hung on the tree, and it's hiding behind the greenery, so you can't really see it. So the person who finds it gets the treasure or
Dude,
the
my
good
kids would tear that
prosperity.
tree apart in 10 seconds to find that fucking pickle. Like, I'm serious. They so would.
Ornaments all over
Literally,
the
the
place.
tree would be on the ground. They'd be drop kicking, people elbowing that shit just to get to that pickle. I'm not kidding. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's a fact that not a lot of people want to hear. Jesus was actually not born on Christmas.
Yeah, I've always heard that it was
Like, the Bible apparently does not say the date he was born, but it hints to more of a spring.
yeah, he was more of a
birthing.
spring baby.
Exactly.
And I've always heard that they actually chose the date of the 25th because it is so close to winter solstice and Yule and all the old time
Exactly.
pagan rituals, not only to like go along with it all, but to kind of push out the pagan rituals, to kind of
And to convert the pagans.
To
because,
convert them, yeah.
We're going to do a ritual close to your ritual. Why don't you join us? And then they
Right.
do, and then they're now Christian. And
Yeah.
now they transformed several hundreds of thousands of people.
Yeah. Oh,
that way,
yeah.
I'm sure. Like, just taking that.
But I know that upsets some people to hear. So.
It does. And everyone has their opinion on it. And that's totally fine.
Yeah.
I love that everyone has an opinion. If not, we would not be people.
Exactly.
100%.
Exactly.
So, are you excited for Christmas? Oh, that was a no.
I never really I love the old time. I love the naturey stuff. I know I've talked about this before. I like parts of Christmas. I love seeing my kids light up that part. It's just the stress and all the
I think once you
the
become
hustle and bustle.
like once you become an adult. And honestly, like I've never been a Christmas person. I think we've all fucking clarified. I'm not a person at all at this point.
Humbug.
Literally. But now looking back, there's a certain year in your age where it just happens, where you're just like, holy fucking shit, this is too much.
Yeah.
Like
Christmas is not fun anymore.
I remember in my 20s, even maybe my early 30s, it wasn't such a drag as it is now.
Well, yeah, like when our kids were younger, it didn't feel so overwhelming. It was still kind of light and fun. And
yeah. Maybe it's just the way the world is today.
It could be. It could be.
The
really prices of things, the chaos of things, like all the technology is still overwhelming. Yeah. Like, I don't know. Because I don't remember when like my kids were young, little being this overwhelmed by it.
Exactly. I remember being excited for my kids and being...
And I still look forward to that. I love to see them.
I do love Christmas
and I love
morning.
The family time, and I like seeing the snow and the lights. And...
I like my personal family time, my little group.
Yeah.
I'm a busy bitch in December.
Yeah.
I already have every weekend booked.
Oh, that sounds
and
so
one in January. Isn't that lovely? Yeah.
But I know some people are like, oh, yay, lots of Christmas festivities. But that sounds so overwhelming.
But
I think we usually have a few, but
we both have pretty big families, me and my husband, and everyone is literally divorced.
Yeah.
So it's mom's side, dad's side, grandma's side, grandpa's side.
Yeah.
On both sides. So, I mean, I get why we have to do what we have to do.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But then you start feeling like, when do we get to spend our time? Like
I made a tradition a few years ago that Christmas Day we do not leave.
That's
for
good.
any rhyme or reason. We will not leave on Christmas Day.
That's good.
And then Christmas Eve we will be home no later than 6 p.m.
That's awesome.
So we can kind of chill at home, relax.
We've had some Christmas Eves run so late, and then it's like
we have too.
When mom and dad are trying, well, usually mom more than anything, trying to get all the last minute stuff, and we're not getting home till 11 p.m. and it's like, how am I supposed to get all this stuff thrown together last minute? Like, you can't do it.
But you know what? You do it every year, and that's bad bitch.
Yep. And I guess we all thrive in, not all of us, but some of us thrive in chaos more than we realize.
Chaos, 100%. Like, I don't buy Christmas presents until I know Amazon won't deliver them before Christmas.
Procrastination. It brings that.
It's like November 30th. I'm like struggling to buy my presents.
Dopamine.
And then everything I clicked on, you have to like make sure it'll be here before the 24th.
Yes, and that sudden rush of,
I did it.
I fucking did it, bro.
Right. That is how I am as a person, though, with everything.
Yep,
like,
same.
Like if I know you're coming over, I will wait for the last 30 minutes to pick up my house.
Yes.
Or like
same thing.
Anything in general. Like
I think it's that rush, that like adrenaline we need, and then the dopamine of like, I got it.
But then I'm so fucking stressed in the moment. Like I am so, like, don't fucking talk to me.
I won't get things done unless there's stress pushing underneath it.
I agree.
Like I get things done on time always, but it's like
the
barely on time. Barely.
But if there's a stress, I am pushed. So maybe that's why I don't like Christmas, because this happens every single weekend.
And it's like the whole Christmas season feels like that. Yes. So it's like it doesn't stop.
I also want to say, you know the cute little, I think they're Little Debbie Christmas trees that are to die for and everybody fucking loves.
Y'all.
I would like to point out, I bought my first box on October 20th.
Oh my gosh, things are coming out even earlier now.
October 20th. They were stacked on the shelf at the Walmart.
Holy cow.
Sure as fuck.
But then when you want to get them in December, you can't find them anywhere.
Oh no, they're almost gone now.
Right?
Like,
it's only, it's crazy.
It's
crazy.
It's not fair. We keep pushing it.
I know.
Further and further and further.
People who, like back in the day, people didn't decorate so early. So like nowadays, I usually don't decorate anything until after winter solstice, after the 21st. But then if I want to buy new stuff, by that time.
Wait, the 21st of November or December?
I lied. Thanksgiving is when I start decorating.
Okay, I was like, wait, what? You decorate 3 days before Christmas?
I start decorating after Thanksgiving. But after winter solstice, I'm still getting last minute things. Like, oh, I want to add this or I want to add that. And you can't find anything. Like, when it's truly Christmas time.
No, we got Valentine's Day shit out, though. You best get that.
Right.
Like, I'm serious. Like, there's nothing ever... It's ridiculous. And it goes,
everything's just so
there used to pretty much
and...
be like this unwritten law where you don't decorate until after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Like when we were kids.
Yeah.
There were never anything Christmas out until after Thanksgiving is over. Yeah. You saw nothing. If you did, it was that one Christmas tree on display at the Walmart. You know what I'm saying?
And now everything's out before Halloween's even over.
October 20th.
Yeah. It's crazy.
I mean, like, trick or treat hasn't even happened yet.
And is it just because of money? Just corporate stuff?
It's
because why does it have to be so rushed?
Why do they put it out so... I don't understand. What is the point of putting it out so early? Why can't you take it and put it out on November 20th?
Right.
because it's going to be gone off the shelf the same time it's going to be gone here. So what? It just doesn't make any fucking sense to me, and I hate it. I hate everything about that. I think that gives me more stress than anything else.
Because then you see it all.
That's a lie.
And when you see it, then you're feeling pressured, like, oh, I have to get started sooner than I realized.
Exactly.
And, I got to get Halloween costumes first.
Yeah, and then
I remember this year it was like, okay, guys, if I can get me through Halloween, and then we'll start talking about Christmas stuff. Okay.
Yeah. Well, this year, go ahead and we're pretty much close to Christmas at this point. Go ahead and pick up your Valentine's Day stuff now, because come January it's going to be gone. So
I just ain't made to prepare ahead like that.
Get your kids' Valentines out. Get the little cards and all the stuff you're going to buy.
Because if you wait till actual February, there is nothing.
There is absolutely nothing.
But if you have little kids, they're going to change their mind before then. They're not going to like Bluey as much as they do now.
Exactly.
So what are you going to do? We gonna do? Well, everybody loves Bluey. That was a bad example.
Yeah, Bluey. I love Bluey.
Bluey's for all ages.
Bluey is for everybody. Okay, you ready to wrap it up?
I'm ready to wrap it up. Like a gift.
Oh, that was so cute.
That's so cute.
Okay, if you need to contact us for any rhyme or reason, you can do so at onlyifyoucankeepup@gmail.com.
Merry Christmas.
I don't feel like we should say Merry Christmas because we just downed it for the last 5 minutes. So
happy something.
Happy holiday.
Enjoy.
Okay. Bye.